So, in this part, we will learn how to solve problems of multiplying a whole number by a decimal fraction or a decimal number. I want you, as we are solving, to focus on the similarities with multiplication by whole numbers. In problem 1, we want to multiply 0.3 by 3, which means that we are going to multiply a whole number by a decimal fraction. Let's work like good mathematicians and try to solve it using our previous knowledge to help us deduce the results as we use multiplying decimals and fractions. We know that multiplication is a repetition of addition process, which means that when we multiply 0.3 times 3, it means that we're going to add 0.3 3 times. So, can we do this? If I add the 0.3 plus the 0.3 plus the 0.3, I'm going to add it 3 times. What do I get? I get 0.9, which is 9/10. So the answer is going to be 0.9. We can represent it also by skip counting on the number line in front of us, in which the distance between the two numbers is divided into equal parts. So we are starting from 0. Now what do? We are going to count 3. This is the first skip count. So I will count 1, 2, 3. So this is the first skip count, which represents 0.3. So the first one represents 0.3. And we repeat this 2 more times. So if I repeat it 1 more time, 1, 2, 3, here what do I get? I will get the 0.6. And finally, 1 more time, after I skip count 1 more time, 1, 2, 3, over here I will reach my answer, which is what? 0.9. We find that we have reached 1 dash before the 1. So the product of multiplying 0.3 times 3 is equal to what? 0.9. Now in problem 2, we are asked to multiply 0.3 by 4 this time. I will give you time to think about solving it by representing it on the number line. And we will solve it together when we get back. I'm sure you will be able to solve it and find the answer, correct? By skip counting this time how many times? 4 times. When I was solving this problem, however, with my students, some of them said that in order to solve the problem, they added 1 more skip count to the previous problem. So, we already here repeated 3 to get 0.3. Now, to solve the 4 times, we're going to skip count 1 more time. So what will happen? Let's check. We already stopped here, and then I'm going to add 1 more skip count. So 1, 2, 3, and I will reach my answer here. That's how we got the second dash after 1. So the product of 0.3 by 4 is what? 1.2. Now let's think about it through using the what? Base 10 blocks and E flats. So let's check. Don't forget, this is the what? This is the unit, this is the tenth, and this is the hundredth. The flats here are represented by ones. The rods are represented by tenths, and the unit cubes represent what? Hundredths. As we can see.
تقدر تتابع كل دروسك على تطبيق مدرستنا بلس. مدرستنا المستقبل يبدأ الآن.